What's up, YouTube? It's Absolute here. So I know I'm a little late on this. I had to do something earlier this morning, but now we're here. 2XKO just dropped the patch notes coming up for the next patch. I haven't had a chance to look at it, so this is gonna be looking at it completely raw. I don't know anything that's happening in this patch. I know Yasuo and Echo are getting nerfed because they talked about it earlier, but I don't know how the nerfs are happening. There's a couple things. I was actually gonna make a buff and nerf video for every character, but we'll see how this is first before I go ahead and do that. Because if they're doing some of the nerfs, then that I want, then it might not be worth it to make the video because they're already doing it. But we'll see. But yeah, so let's get through it. So we got Yasuo getting hit by the Ahri level 3 with the charm. Canon event, by the way. Let's see. So we have Yasuo Echo getting nerfs. That's it. Okay. Returning cosmetics, so Snow Moon. Alright, okay. And then new content events, duo emotes, and attract. I don't know what this is. I saw there was a trailer for it. Maybe we can go watch that. Let me see if I can find that. Attract movie. Okay. Yeah. Right. Pulled that up. Pulled it right here. We'll watch that in a sec. Right? Yeah. Okay, we'll watch that in a sec. Okay, patch notes. Welcome to 2XKO 1.1.3 patch. And this patch, we're decreasing the power level of the top half of the metal and adjusting overloaded portions of their kit. Most essential hits were to Echo and Yasuo, with Ahri and Warwick receiving smaller adjustments. Okay? Our goal isn't just to apply an nerf, we're taking a measured approach to changes so that we can see where champions are as their weaknesses become more defined and buff their strengths accordingly. Yeah, that's why we took away Ahri's air dash refresh, but didn't take away her skip neutral tool. Okay. Also, the Mega Buttons from Early Access are returning to the store, so you'll have... Okay, that's fine, whatever. As always, the game will be down... Okay, it's fine. New content. Event clip. Oh, they have these things, so we... Do they have the thing? Oh, they have clips here. Cool. Alright. So missions, events, interesting. Okay. Event for all players, March 10th through 3rd. So tomorrow. Navigate missions icon page, view the event. Exclusive avatar outfit, player title, 3 emotes, pixelate art card. New missions first step. There are now missions that are granted for exploring the learning hub. Completing 20 for champion unlocks a new player title. Playing 200 combo trials. Bread and butter beanie avatar. Oh, cool. Avatar beanie, cool. New accounts must play 15 games of any type to unlock advanced lessons. Spending 30 plus minutes in training mode unlocks a new player title. All will be granted retroactively if you've already completed the requirements. Oh, bet. Okay. So duo emotes. Ah, that's cool. So we get a fist bump emote. If you're playing with a duo, you can do it. Nice. Ever wished you could show off your team's energy in the lobby? Now you can with duo emotes. Oh, hey, they have the attract lobby here, so I don't need to play this one because it's right here. Yeah. Okay. New weekly mission. It'll challenge you to play a match with a duo. Or new emote. Use the add-ons. Our lobby avatar will sync up. Okay. Attract movie intro. Okay, what is attract mode? That shot at his legs though. This is just character arts. Warwick level 3. The monkey, the rat, Braum. The sisters. Ahri. just a gameplay. What exactly is a track mode? That didn't tell me what the mode is at all. It just showed me characters. Okay. Short cinematic will now display when launching the game or either playing screen. Okay. So it's just a cinematic that plays when you're AFK. That's all it is. Okay, our main system, patch smooth edges buzz affected by core system. Okay. Can you clean up happy birthday consistency? Yeah, dropping happy birthday sucks. I've dropped quite a few. It's really annoying. Assist and point hitboxes will now be closer together during happy birthdays. Good. To get in the weeds, assists are now pulled in towards the point champion on every hit, so their hitboxes get closer and closer together. Nice. It sucks if you're getting hit, but it's good for if you land the happy birthday. With cleanup startup, active and recovery star moves for the entire roster. The list is long and nitty-gritty. You can feel free to skip over it unless you're a data nerd. The TLDR is that getting an interrupt or punish should now be more consistent across all champions. No plus and minus syndicate buffs. Okay. Downess. Okay, so Ahri chain. Downess 1, recovery frame, the correct frame. So that's a buff. S2 midair enters recovery frame on the correct frame. Then S2 super now. Frame well. It's now prop. Inactive frames while hitting the opponent. This is a nerf. Okay, I don't understand this. But okay, so the S1 recovery. So is that like faster recovery or what? And then midair S2, is that faster recovery? And then S2 super is now properly in active frames while hitting. I guess. I don't know. Okay, so the sweeps. No longer recovery between strikes is now active. Okay. For heavy no longer recovery before strike occurs. Wait, so is minus the buff and plus is the nerf? Because it says buffs and nerfs respectively, but this says plus. But this sounds like a nerf. But that seems like a fake. Huh. Forward S1 now enters recovery after startup frames. Yeah, that's a buff. Charge S1 now. Okay. Blitzcrank. Now I'm recovering. Okay. The monkey now enters recovery after projectile is fired. Forward S2 now enter recovery after active frame. Whatever. Charge heavy now enters recovery. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. That's whatever. Alright, actual changes. This is what we want to see. So we'll start with Ahri because that's my... We'll just go down the list, but Ahri is my main. If you've watched the channel, you know. So Ahri is performing well, but not so much that we need to drastically alter her game plan. We're adjusting strong neutral options. Systematically midair, down heavy, S1 super. These moves will be just as strong offensively, but will be easier for opponents to interact with. Okay. -2L is now -2 instead of -1. Okay. Health's been reduced from 950 to 925. What the hell? She's already like the lowest life in the game. What? Are they making it worse? Oh my gosh. Mid-air down heavy, custom hurt box is larger. So I guess you can hit her easily now. S1 super dissipates when parried. Alright. Mid-air down S1 blocks have been reduced by 4 frames. Tagged out. Spirit rush in any direction. No longer be cancelled into mid-air S2. Okay, I mean, sure. Fixed an issue that caused combos in mid-air S2 to be inconsistent between sides. Yes, this was annoying. This was actually annoying. Where I would just randomly drop it because they would like fly up out of it or fall down. It was really, really annoying to have this. So this I like. This health change, I don't like. This 2L change, I don't care. The 2H change is whatever. This, it's whatever. Whatever. This is what like the only nerf I don't like is this one, reducing your health even more. That's stupid. She already has like the lowest life in the game, but everything else it's fine. It's like it's a whatever change. I'm not mad at it. Now, if they did her, does this apply to both the unheld and held versions? Because if this applies to both, then that's fine. It still doesn't like address the issue with the held S1 super the way it should, but it's whatever, I guess. All right, Blitzcrank. No changes for Blitzcrank. Bug fixes though. Okay. Braum. No changes for Braum. Caitlyn. Mid-air S1 float direction no longer changes depending on the side. Okay, so she just says bug fixes. Darius. Darius isn't perceived as a top tier champion, but we're adding a gap to S2 S2's true block string that apply bleed, remove defensive options. Can be performed. 22 to 20. Now is a gap that can be parried. Mid-air S2. First hit is a mid, the second hit is an overhead. S2 is the axe swing down, right, where he goes, just flies down with the axe. Okay. I mean, even if the first hit's a mid and the second's an overhead, you still got to block it overhead because the second hit's an overhead and it combos. So, like, unless they do it really low to the ground where only the first hit would hit, which I don't think any Darius player is that smart, but it is what it is. That's great. This is great. I like this. More reasons to parry him since they took away the most easily parried move in his kit. They gave him a 50-50 before you could do a 50-50, which was stupid. Darius isn't pursued as top tier champion. That's because people are, I don't know, people are downplaying him. He's not okay. He's not actually a top tier champion. I just really, really hate Darius. He's not a top tier, but he is really strong, and people are downplaying him way too much. He's a lot stronger than people make him out to be. He's literally the room temperature IQ character. You can win so many matches by turning off your brain and playing this character. It takes like no skill to play this character like at all. All right, Echo nerf. Echo's Oki and neutral presence has proven to be too strong. We're reducing his Oki by making down S2 only invulnerable to projectiles, reducing the duration of the S2 super, and removing the ability to cover cancel into S2 super whenever Echo has. Yes! That's awesome. Reducing the duration of S2 super, that means less clone time. That's awesome. Okay, these are good. These are awesome changes. Making it invulnerable projectiles, that's fine. It's whatever. Like, I mean, it was kind of invulnerable to everything, but now that's only invulnerable projectiles, it means you can smack them out of it, which is great. This is a great change. I like this change. I don't actually hate Echo, but I do think he's really strong, and this is a good change. I like this change. This is a very good change. When Echo's done a pass, or when we've done a pass on Echo's hitboxes to bring them more in line with the rest of the cast, particularly when mid-air HS2 took up too much space. Yeah, for real. I would be behind him and he would hit me, and I'm like, what? Okay. So I'm glad this is nice. Like, he would hit me, I'd somehow fly behind him, and he'd still hit me with the S2. So that's good. That's good. All right. Nerfs Okizeme. Invulnerable is not projectile instead of strike invulnerable after and has an updated hurt box, so you can smack them now. Good. Being strike invulnerable is too strong, both in neutral and a way to beat wake up attacks, or removing the strike invulnerability to help nerf Echo's Okizeme and power level. Yes, now you can actually wake up attack this dude. Nice. Increase chrono strike consumption while tangle timeline. Okay, so his super install, you have less time because every time you use the clone, it eats up the timer. So now it's gonna eat up more of the timer. Extremely powerful on the offense, which helps eliminate one additional rewind on offense while keeping his combos generally intact. Yeah, no, that's good. What they really should have done was like I like this nerf to his Aoki, but they should make it so that you can. I'll talk about it in a video. If they don't cover it here, I'll talk about it in my like buffs and nerfs video if I do make it. I don't want to talk about it now, but I'll always talk about it on stream if you guys actually want to see that. Okay. Replay can no longer be car canceled into after S2. Yay! After car canceling into replay is the most powerful option. Yeah, that was broken because you could throw the time winder, activate the super, car cancel into the clone, or yeah, activate the super, cancel the activation into the clone. It was so dumb, the car cancel Oki. That was the most broken Oki in the game, and I'm glad they're addressing it. Echo can no longer block after using air hop until the animation is complete. Oh, bet, so you can smack him out of the air now? This matches behavior Ari's air dash, where Ari can't block out until she recovers if she decides not to perform an action. Yeah. Active frames reduced from 5 to 3. Nice. Down heavy has thunder 22 to 24, or increase from 22 to 24. Okay. Heavy, mid-air, down heavy. Mid-air S2. Oh, the echo thing. Okay. Because aerial hitboxes were overtuned, which let him win interaction unexpectedly. Yup. We're reducing the size of hitboxes, with the largest reductions being to mid-air S2 and try. Yes, because these things would just hit you randomly. You would be nowhere near him, or better yet, you see him jump into the air. You try to run under to get the punish, right? And then you try to cross him up, and nope, he just autocorrects with this giant hitbox coming at you, and you're just like, ah, you just get smacked randomly. Yeah, no, that's good. Reduce the hitbox size. Make it easier to punish this thing. Block stuns reduced, -6. It's -6 at best, and now is off the -9. Okay. So now you can actually punish it, unless they call out an assist. Minimum height has been so you have to get to a certain height. You can't just like PK this anymore. That's good. Mirror S2 Sweep is pulling a lot of weight neutral, increasing the block stun, so Echo go to a super or a replay to keep advantage. That's fine. So they reduce Echo's health as well, so low life character becomes even more low life, just like Ari. Stupid change. I don't think they should add that. That's a dumb change. Increasing and decreasing health pools is a very lazy and terrible nerf to characters, or buff to characters. It's just it's lazy by the devs to do this. I don't agree with it. Even though I don't play Echo, I don't think this should happen to Echo. I don't think it should happen to my character Ari. I don't think it should happen to Echo. I don't think it should happen to Teemo if it does happen to Teemo. I don't think any character's health points or health pool should be reduced or increased. I mean, it's just a lazy change. It's a terrible change by the devs. This is a shame on you change. Bad. Heavy and down heavy hitbox size reduced. Yeah. Take a break has a custom hurtbox. I guess you can smack it now if you time it right. Super now fully retracts when parried. Oh, sweet. Oh, so you don't have to see. This was good. I didn't know about like the parry timing, so I just blocked it. And then I saw like the parry timing varies depending on how close you are to him. But now it's just one parry and it's gone. That's good. That's a good change. I like that. Face the issue where charge down heavy was not anti-air and vulnerable. Had a hurt box that did not match down. What? Okay, fix an issue where mid-air S2 to mid-air S2 could hit anti-air and vulnerable opponents when landing. Fix an issue. Okay, whatever. Bugs. Fine. Alawi. Our Frosty Faustic champion is losing her block string infinite in the corner. Her health pool has been decreased to much better matches. Jeez. Health's been reduced. Block on launch down heavy has been reduced. The block string corner infinite. Ah, rip, bleed you. This is why you don't do broken shit in tournament. You don't do broken things so that it doesn't get touched. But no, seriously, that's good. I didn't even know she had this, but that's great. That's good. That's good. Yeah. All right, that's fine. Jinx. Anyway, mainly Jinx type, I definitely need to add a little more. Zap passes through. Zap passes through wind wall. Okay, it doesn't pass, but it passes through wind wall into extended Hasagi. Ah, that's great. That's great. Okay, it's not exactly what Jinx needed, but it's nice. Yeah. Okay. That's not exactly what Jinx needed. Jinx needs a lot more, but this is nice. This is a nice change. She has a way to contest that asshole now. So, sure. All right, the rat fixing a few, but okay. So Teemo doesn't get the life change, but Ari and Echo do. Wow, it's just a bunch of bug changes. Whatever. I don't care. Health reduced from 1,000 to 975. Another lazy change. Bad devs. 2L, now 7 frame startup. So she has 6 frame jab, 7 frame low. Okay. So what, did she have a 6 frame low before that? That's insane. If she had a 6 frame low, that's wow. Hitbox range has been reduced. Hitbox range has been increased. Cool. Was too difficult to counter poke. Once I started traveling forward, you can now hit her with more normals if you want to challenge her. Mid-air S1 and charge mid-air S1 are no longer overhead. Is that the ground pound or is that the No, wait. That's the command grab. I remember I would duck and I'd still get hit by it, so okay, cool. Nice. Okay, bug fixes. Counter hit footwork is now the same pushback as non-counter hit. Okay, whatever. Warwick. Warwick's S1 is doing too many things too well. We've reduced the effectiveness as an anti-air, a mid-crush, and a mix-up tool. We're also making it easier to punish some of his air specials. Nerfs. S1. Startup has been increased from 24 to 25. The animation has been updated. Overall height has been decreased. Warwick no longer avoids standing normals as easily by hovering over them while performing his move. Blocks on an airborne opponents has now been increased from 24 to 26. So now you can't just go for the throw. That's good. Hitboxes have been adjusted. We'll see, because they keep saying this, but they either make it really broken or not work at all. Custom hitboxes have been adjusted. Better match new hitboxes. That's Corporate Warriors kit, but it was overloaded. By making these adjustments, we're putting up more power around the other parts of Warriors kit. Yeah, okay, we'll see. Okay, so they say her boxes have been adjusted as well. I don't know. With Warwick, they don't seem to know what they're doing. Bloodlust expires more quickly. Increase hurt box size on wall cling. Down S1 light. Ground super recovery has been increased by 9 frames. It was 9, now it's minus 18. Yo! S1 light recovery has been decreased. Our box has not been increased. We're making it easier to contest in neutral. A. Mid-air S2 minimum height increase. Warwick can no longer perform mid-air S2 immediately after jumping to overhead standing opponents. Warwick will need to jump in the mix-up option. Nice. Throw launch distance has been increased. Warwick can no longer combo throw and test. Nice. Good. Fixed an issue where activating an opponent or activating S1 as an opponent was KO'd would delay the incoming champion and cause the next. I saw this change. I saw this bug in action, and I was like, "Yo, that's dumb." It was actually in the tournament I competed in. So there's this guy Cheddar J. started hosting tournaments. He's new, so he's still learning, so he doesn't have everything figured out yet. But he was doing a tournament, and in one of the sets that I was watching, I believe Cheddar was playing Warwick, and he started S1 right before the KO, and the character just kept or the character just delayed it. So he just came in for free and got like a free move. That was a dumb bug, and I'm glad they addressed it. By the way, shout outs to Cheddar J. He's a cool dude. He just needs to get his stuff together with the tournament. That's all. It is what it is, but otherwise, good stuff. Yeah. All right. The big boy Yasuo. Let's see what happens to Yasuo, because this one is the big boy. All right. Reducing the duration of Wind Wall. And Wind Wall increasing cooldown. Oh wait, so the Jinx thing, it was, oh, this is Wind Wall Tornado. Okay, so he doesn't go through the Pokasaki, he goes to Tornado. I was thinking, okay, my bad. Reducing, okay, so increasing cooldown. This in combination with freestyle bug fix means Yasuo can no longer endlessly stall a match. Calm Stance is too difficult to counterplay. We're making minor adjustments to the startup and height to help counterplay, as well as nerfing his aerial normals. Mid-air 2H, being an overhead, is very hard to counterplay at all. But the highest levels we're moving, its overhead properties to allow Yasuo to focus more on base across that base channel. It's not an overhead anymore. Yo, that's not even a change that I thought they should make. But yo, that's insane. That's not the change I thought they should make. But that's gonna be a very helpful change when fighting Yasuo. The fact that it's a mid now, bruh. So now it's a mid, and if you block it, he cannot cancel into a special. So, yo, that's not even what I was thinking, but that's a good change. That's a good change. I like that. All right, Wind Wall. Cooldown between consecutive wind walls has been increased. You can't just wind wall spam. Nice. Wind wall duration has been reduced from 3 to 2, so that's less wind wall time. Wind wall duration has been reduced from, or wind wall S2 duration 1.6 to 1.4, so that's the tornado. So it's stalling. Play pattern. We're reducing the overall duration sequence. Projectile priority has been reduced, so now it destroys and passes through the wind wall. Oh, that's sick. Wind wall hitbox height has been reduced. Hitbox not matched. Okay. Nerfs. Mid-air L and H hitbox sizes have been decreased. No longer an overhang and is now okay. So you can cancel out block now. They gave that back because it's a mid now. Okay. Because I was gonna say, like, they took that away. That's just a really punishable move if they did that, because they did that earlier. But I guess now they're giving it back to compensate. Sure. We're repositioning Yasuo as the champion as a very strong cross-up, but weaker high-low game. As part of this, we're removing the overhead portion of his move, reducing the hitbox high. Charged mid-air S1. Oh, that's the slash that every Yasuo layer. They do that plus call echo assist. Yeah, okay. Calm stance updraft. I don't know what that is. Startup has been increased from 13 to 15. Okay. Calm stance S2. Height, travel height has been reduced now. Moves farther forward. Slow down stance S2 by 2 frames, but lower the height. This leads to approximately the same timing on when the L connects to block. There's a calm stance. L is a stomp. I know that. Updraft, calm stance S2. Mid-air light. Mid-air. Oh, is S2 the jump? Oh, okay. S2 is the jump. Okay. Lacks adequate counterplay, and Yasuo is now easier to hit when performing this move, giving opponents more options if they defend appropriately. So does that mean we can anti-air him? But he still has dash jump forward, which we'll talk about that later. Calm stance H, block stance are reduced by 2. If you calm stance H, you can now jump over another calm stance. HS1 pushes the opponent. You can now jump over another. Calm stance HS1 pushes the opponent farther on hit and block. Okay. On hit, Yasuo can still perform same conversions at farther distances. He'll have to work harder to convert. Increase S1's push. Increase S1's pushback on block prevents. Assist for making contact as easily, and the pushback makes calm stance canceling off this move less oppressive. Okay, so they didn't make the change that they should have made, but sure. Charge 6S1 now pushes the opponent less on block. Charge 6S1 now. Still takes hands to punish, but it's easier now. Still takes hands to punish. What does that mean? What does that mean? And then assist block stun reduced by 3. Okay. But and pushes opponents in the same distance regardless of where it hits. Fix an interaction where between Yasuo has 2 and assist. Forward S2. Flame Chomper. Jinx's forward S2? What? Jinx's Flame Chomper isn't forward S2. Flame Chomper's forward S1. What? Okay, maybe that's just a typo. These ninja were calm stance. Down heavy wall bounce was immediately triggering limit strike. Wait, really? It would get limit strike immediate? That's stupid. Okay. All champions are now unlocked via local versus online, similar to local versus. Okay. Fix several bugs, blah, 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 rematch. Cancel. Alternate skin options now persist through rematches when doing online with team member. They didn't give me the one QOL I want. See, for me, the arcade skins, the sound effect of the arcade skins really hurts my ears and gives me a headache. So whenever people use the arcade skins, I can't play. That's why I haven't been grinding ranked, because I don't want to be playing through a ranked game against someone who's playing an arcade skin. And people say, "Oh, just turn it down." It's not like that. It's the frequency of the sound that hurts me. It's not the volume. So the only way to get it off completely is to just mute sound effects. But if I do that, the game doesn't have a mute skin sound effects thing. It just has mute sound effects. So if I do that, it'll mute the hit sound, the block sound, the sound of your moves coming out, whiffs, all that. And those are important playing a fighting game. So I have to just deal with it if I'm going to play. So that's why I haven't been grinding ranked. I mean, I also don't like fighting randos who just button mash. That's really annoying, but that's part of the game, I guess. But a big reason is just because I don't like the sound effect. It hurts my ears. And I really wish Riot would just add something where you can turn off skin sound effects. And it can be personal to your things so that people can still use the skins that they want, but then the sound effects can be turned off. Because it's not even just like me who actually gets physical pain from these sound effects, but I know a lot of people don't like the sound effect. They find it annoying. So it would be nice if you could just turn it off if you don't like the sound effect. And not just for the arcade skin, any other skins that come out, like if KDA comes with sound effects, or True Giants comes with sound effects on their skins, stuff like that, it would be very nice to just be able to turn those sound effects off if you don't like it. And I really think that they should add a feature like that. That would be really good, and then I could actually play the game more. But yeah, the rest is just bug issues, and then they're bringing back bundles. It is what it is. But yeah. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Let me know. Here, you guys can see my just chatting screen. This is Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the patch notes. Did you see any changes you like or dislike? Yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Have a good one.